At the same time, next week, another journalistic expert gives his own highly personal view of what the papers say.
Hello, I'm Monty Finison, and I used to run British Steel. That was tough enough, and we had our problems. But now I'm going to take on all the major nationalised industries and some government agencies besides. In the first report to the nation, I shall be looking at British Rail. This year, hit by recession and a series of strikes, the railways will cost the taxpayer nearly £1,000 million. And they're still asking for more because the system is in bad shape, with run-down stations and poor rolling stock. And so we shall see how British Rail propose to solve their problems in the 80s.
The policies and procedures of British Rail, examined in the first of a new monthly series, Report to the Nation, at 9 o'clock this Sunday on Channel 4.
Next on 4, World Cinema. Paris is a small outback town in Australia with nasty habits and a very unpleasant doom in store for it. The cars that ate Paris.
Old Master chocolate liqueurs. Dark chocolate with a real liqueur filling. In a presentation which can only be described as beautiful. And now there's Portfolio. Chocolate liqueurs for the slightly younger at heart. Chocolate liqueurs from Old Master, with the real spirit of the occasion.
More from Revolver. Revolver for albums and cassettes. Whitesnake, Saints and Sinners. Duran Duran's fabulous album, Rio. ABC, The Lexicon of Love. Invitations from Shack Attack. Coda, new from Led Zeppelin. And Shalimar's superb album, Friends. Albums or cassettes from Revolver. Whatever the sound for selection, choice and price. Revolver records and tapes. Leicester, Wellingborough, Kettering, Nottingham, Mansfield and Sutton-Eastfield. Ooh!
Girls who've got it up top know the secret of healthy-looking hair. Alberto Balsam Conditioner. It removes life's tangles and gives hair more shine and body. Girls who've got it up top know healthy-looking hair is as easy as A, B, C. Alberto Balsam Conditioner.
This is a commercial for Carlsberg Lager. We thought of showing you crowds of trendy people drinking Carlsberg, or playing you a catchy Carlsberg jingle, or thinking up a clever slogan like Carlsberg, the Magnificent. But in the end, we decided to leave all that to others. We'll simply show you our product and let you make up your own mind what you think about it.
It's coming. The Hypercruiser. The Hyperway. The track through space that holds the Hypercruiser. The sonic gunship. It's heading for the Hypercruiser. Meanwhile, back at the Hypercruiser control. Reverse thrust. Evasive action. A hit. But will the Hypercruiser escape? To be continued. Meanwhile, back on Earth, 3DS, the three-dimensional space game from Hornby. The new adventure in space.
The luxury car that does not evolve is the luxury car that will not survive. The future demands a more intelligent, a more efficient, a more responsive breed of car. The new generation BMW 7 Series. The luxury car is dead. Long live the luxury car.
Now on Channel 4, A rather gruesome modern-day horror story by Peter Weir, the man who made Picnic at Hanging Rock, The Cars That Ate Paris.
It's the most exciting store in town this Christmas. It's Dixons. This annual video is under £300. Save £25 on this Canon outfit. A VIC-20 home computer, just £129.99. Get the Pentax ME Super for under £120. The latest detachable remote-control Toshiba TVs at fantastic low prices. There's all this and more in Dixons' Christmas deal. We guarantee you can't buy better.
To my unfaithful young wife, I leave my faithful old Bentley. And my Chippendale chairs to my ass of a son. My San Domingo pale cream sherry I leave to Reynolds. We both know that the finest sherry comes from Spain, and only a truly British palate could fully appreciate it.
But the estate?
That goes with the San Domingo.
What?
San Domingo pale cream sherry from Gonzales Bias.
The magic of Abba, filling your world with music. Abba's latest amazing double album brings you all their greatest hits. Now, from Abba, the one collection you always promised yourself. Over 1.5 hours of magic that will last forever.
He can be funny, irrational, temperamental, and loving. In this week's TV Times, Gary Morecambe tells what it's like to have a comic genius for a father. Candice Bergen tells what it was like to have Charlie McCarthy for a brother. From carpenter's bench to dartboard and £2,000 a week for John Lowe. What's on when and which channel? And the story of the rock stars who never fade away.
There's so much more than TV Times in TV Times magazine.
Well, the world cinema film next Thursday will be nothing like that. In fact, it's Mephisto, a stunning German film about the gradual corruption of one man, an actor, as he collaborates with the Nazi government during the 1930s and 40s. This film won the 1982 Oscar for the Best Foreign Language Film. Tomorrow night's late film is The Black Room, starring Boris Karloff as sadistic and pitiless Count Gregor, who lures his victims into the castle's chambers of horrors. Karloff actually gets to play two parts in this film because he's also his own twin brother. The Black Room, tomorrow night at midnight. But before that stunning piece of Hollywood spine-chilling, there is the rest of Friday night to consider. And even though it's a bit of a cliche to say this again, I suppose Friday night on 4 really is music night. At 5:15 there's another episode of The Tube with Paula Yates and Jules Holland, and guests tomorrow include Dex's Midnight Runners. At 8 o'clock, Deep Roots Music, and tomorrow there's some film of Bob Marley at the Jamaican Peace Concert. At 9, the 60s includes a lot of the music as well as the arts and styles of the decade, and then at 11:15 in Jazz on 4, Dizzy Gillespie, the jazz trumpeter extraordinaire. But of course, as well as music, there are a lot of other things, including Paul Hogan, Well-Being, which tomorrow is about the problems of depression, Boris Karloff, as I said, and Friday actually starts off with the Munsters in Munster Masquerade. So that's tomorrow here on 4. I hope you've enjoyed being with me tonight, and I hope you'll join me again tomorrow. I'd best be off now before the Triffid behind me decides to attack. Good night.
we're looking into that. Sorry about that.